Taurus, it's June 2016. I'm Dadhichi, and serious topic for you. Mars is retrograde in your marital sector. We've talked about retrograde planets before, and this month it's serious because the quality of the relationship and the type of person you attract into your life does, to a very large extent, reflect the self-respect, the self-honour, and your own self-worthiness in life. If you're not happy in the relationship that you've been in, and it does appear with especially this Mercury-Mars opposition that we see taking place and building up to the 10th of June, if you're in dispute, if you're in a constant state of turmoil, if you're not feeling your inner needs being fulfilled in relationship, then you have to step back. And that is the role of retrograde planets, such as the one we see here. You've also got Saturn retrograde in the 8th house of sexuality and intimacy. Pluto retrograde in the upper part of the horoscope in the 9th house, which is actually a spiritual house, but it's the higher mind. Ethics, morality, values. And I draw your attention to that because if you've set your standards too low, you might have forgotten that it's you that set those standards, and that the people that are surrounding you, the people that you're in intimate relationship with, are there because you choose that to be the case. So I need you to fully reappraise your position. That, of course, is a Pandora's box, because once you start asking these questions, you've got to get into asking yourself, well, how did I get here? And that's also what's going to happen. You have the moon in close proximity to Uranus in your 12th house. 12th house, along with the 9th house, is your past. 9th house is the past, but 12th house is the secrets that you've accumulated, those parts of your personality in your life that are difficult to reconcile. And therefore, in finding out why that self-esteem has dropped, why you're putting up with a whole lot of BS in your relationships, both in your personal relationships and your working relationships, you have to ask that question. We see confusion there as a result of the square aspects of the Sun to Neptune and the opposition to Saturn taking place in the first couple of days of the month. We see also the hard aspects from Venus, which are your ruling planet, but also the planet of love. Also in those same aspects, square to Neptune, opposition to Saturn on the 3rd and 4th. That's a very, very powerful first week of the month, one that's going to challenge you. But you need to just pull back and stop projecting the judgment on those people that are not fulfilling you. You've got to turn the floodlight back on yourself and analyse, how the hell did you get here? What is it that's causing these problems in your relationship? You've got to get honest with yourself. And the important thing, but may not be the easiest thing, is to eliminate those things in your life that are holding you back. Those things that you're not happy with have to be eliminated. That's the job of Pluto. Pluto in your 9th house of higher values. And if you don't do that, let's say for argument's sake you're in a relationship where your value system is very different to the other person's. You sacrifice your values for that person. That's going to build up a hell of a lot of resentment. That's also shown by the opposition of Mercury to Saturn there on the 21st of June, leading up to that. Communication that can get so frustrating. You're not able to get your point across. The other person's not listening, or I don't want to hear what you're saying. So this is an important month. There's no doubt about that. You have to look at your relationships and ask yourself, what do you want out of them? Now, I'm not saying that all of you born under the sign of Taurus are going to have that extreme, but even down to the little nitty-gritty aspects of day-to-day life, There may be things that are bothering you, irritating you. This seems to be the theme for this month, Taurus. So you need to speak out. You need to lift your ball game and just mentally list for yourself what it is you are prepared to accept, what it is you're not prepared to accept. And I think that's very, very important. One good thing is that you'll find that Mars, which is retrograde in your marital sector now, which is focusing all this attention on relationship, moves forward on the 30th of June. So it's slowing down in its apparent reverse motion. It will stop dead in its tracks on the 30th and then move forward, bringing with it renewed hope that you can get some movement and some understanding in your relationships. The other thing to note is that there will be a full moon in Capricorn. That's that 9th house that we've talked about, which has to do with your higher values. And for you, the moon is a communication planet, so you'll be in a better position to communicate exactly what you want. Firstly, you've got to communicate that to yourself. Once you're clear on that, you're decisive about it, then, of course, if, for example, you have to walk out of a relationship or a workplace scenario because of the way people are treating you, then at least you have a firm commitment to what it is you want. And let me assure you, the universe will act in accordance with your actions. It will react to you. It will feed back to you. It will respond in kind. I hope you'll join me again next month. Take a visit to astrology.com.au. You'll find more on this month and the ensuing months of 2016, all there at the site. And I look forward to your company next month. Take care. Bye-bye now.